So let me explain. So first, I told Alex about the problem for our result. He said even if it's null, it's still okay. We just have to explain. But we kept talking and stuff. Here's another model he suggested, TBB. It's similar as TAM. There's still intention and behavior, and then our variable here, which is student performance. And here are the other variables. This is about like a third party, like what do your parents think or other people think. This is about how much money you spend for the AI, like if you buy the pro versions and stuff. So there's that. For me, I don't really like it. So after all that, we talk about another variable or dependent variable. It's training performance or work performance. So if we do work performance, we don't really have to do intention, because intention is already in behavior. Like if a guy, like the guy's already using AI for his work, so we don't need to do that. And here, if you use work, there's 4 levels for the framework. Reaction, learning, behavior, and results for the company. And if we do work performance, we the samples should be, or it's a lot better if our samples are from our respective countries. So some from Indonesia, some from Kenya, some from Mongolia, some from mine, and we make a comparative analysis from that. But what I really like, and maybe you guys can look up on it as well, it's this. It's innovative work behavior. Because with training performance, there's like a little gap in here. There's let me try to remember the term he used. Maybe you could say the on-the-job training or something like that, but there's a gap. It's very hard for us to really measure that or include it as a factor. But if we use innovative work behavior, we don't need to focus about that. We just need to find a relation between AI and innovative work behavior with all the variables here too. For this, we also don't need it for, I'm just gonna say IWB. But here I write depending on the literature we see. So for the training performance or work performance, we have the 4 things, right? For our factors. But in here, we just need to look at a bunch of studies and literatures, and whatever they use, like whatever factors they have in common, we should use it as well. If we for me, it's better, or Alex said it's also better for us to use all of the factors, because if we don't include 1 or 2 that's common in every literature, they'll ask us why, and it's gonna be a bit hard for us to answer that. There's also this, when we talk about it, a personal factor or class factor in organization. This is about transferring, but this is mostly connected to training performance. So if you guys want to think on that, you can. But for me, I'm really leaning on this. And with this, our samples are also the same. It's gonna be people from our countries, because the literature here is really good, and it's practical for us to make this research. If we do students, it's not very practical. Like, bruh, Alex said, like, for our resume or something, anything you want to do, it's a lot better if we have something more realistic. If AI to students, it's it's like it's simple. And even if he the reason why he introduced this is because if we talk about AI to student performance, we ask a bunch of questions about this. It's the answers are already very clear. So what's your, like, let's say the student's attitude towards AI? Of course, it's gonna be positive behavior as well, intention, the usefulness. They'll say, "Oh yes, it's very easy," and stuff like that. So I really like to lean towards this, but I want to ask about what you guys think too. But I, for me, what my heart is saying, I really like it. I like the point of us having different samples, and then or our samples having different nationalities, and we get comparative analysis. I think it's a really good research, and the results would really be nice. So yes, and because our countries are, I don't know about, not really too educated in that, but if we were to say Philippines, developing country, we could use that as maybe, like, it's just a nice topic to talk about when we talk about innovative work behavior. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, then just ask if I missed anything.